In the garden tractor world, there are a few prizes that stand out because they carry a big farm tractor name, but they weren't made for very long or very many. And Tom Crawford of North Carolina, you have one of those prize tractors. Tell us about your Oliver.
It's a 1972-73 125 hydrostatic. It's a gem. I got it in Portland, Indiana, probably 2008. Pretty much bought it just as it is. I've really enjoyed it. And since then, I've collected the other 4 that go with it, the 7, the 10, and also the 14.
So Oliver garden tractors, they just weren't around very long, were they?
1 year. They started them in, as I said, 72, 73, because some of them started in November of 72. I think the final production was somewhere April, May of 73. They were built for the 1973 summer season.
And it carries the Oliver name, but Oliver didn't really build it, did they?
No, they were made by Jacobson, as Jacobson made some others also, the Fords and the Minneapolis Molines too. The early 70s, 72s, that was the beginning of the muscle tractor, the new generation John Deeres, the checkerboard Olivers, the 1100 series, or the 100,000 series of Massey Ferguson. So the dealers were wanting a miniature garden tractor that would kind of line up with their big tractors. If they sold the big tractor to the man in the farm, and he could probably sell a garden tractor to his wife.
And the Oliver styling really is quite a bit like the farm tractors they sold at that time.
Yes, very similar. The checkerboard front hood, of course the same mellow green and clover white, same scheme. That tractor happens to have farm tread tires on it, just of my preference, but they came with just a regular basic garden tractor tire.
Were there some options for what you could get on an Oliver tractor back then?
Oh yes, I'm sure. You know, there were so few of them made. Of course, you could get the cigarette lighter. Lights, of course, power steering wasn't necessary, and several attachments. You know, of course, the mower decks from 38 up to 50 inch, I think, rototiller, snow plow, snow blower. I have a 75 with a snow blower. I'm amazed that a little 7-horse Oliver could blow snow, but I'm sure it did.
So what were some of the things that you think Oliver did right with this series? Or really, it's Jacobson did right, building for Oliver with this series of tractors.
Well, it starts off with that Kohler. You know, it's a stout engine. Of course, the 10 or 12 or 14 horse. But I guess the unique thing when you walk up to that Oliver is it's mounted on a tubular frame. It's actually, the engine's welded to the frame. It looks kind of rough and tough, and they're few around. They say there's about 390 of them built. I know of 2 or 3 other collectors that have got 8 or 10 of them, so probably half of them are in existence.
And you have, as you said, a lineup of Olivers here at Gray, Tennessee. Does that get some attention when you take your group of Olivers to a tractor show?
Oh yeah, but I was surprised. I really thought there'd be some other Olivers here, but there wasn't another Oliver in the show.
You have collected a lot of great farm tractors, classic farm tractors. What is it about garden tractors that also draws your interest?
Well, again, the uniqueness, the rarity, the oddballs, the one of 300, the one of 25, and they're just, obviously they're easy. You can bring 6 garden tractors a lot easier than you can bring 6 farm tractors.
All right, the Oliver 125. Thanks for sharing the story, Tom.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
1972, 1973, you could get a nice meadow green Oliver, and if you had it now, it would be a real classic. Hey, thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. If you'd like to see more Oliver tractors, be sure to check out these other great stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep our Oliver tractor stories rolling.